Hello, everybody on YouTube, and welcome to our 100th list video. That's freaking wild, first off. Number two, thank you guys, all for people who've been watching from our first one. As part of this list, I went back and I watched our first one, and just being like, yeah, this is something we're going to try. We're going to see how it goes. And did we know that it was going to be like the fuse that when struck caused our channel to start growing the way it did. And because of all you guys watching, you guys, it's where we are today, and we're continuing to grow. It's absolutely wild to me. So to celebrate our 100th list video, this is something we've often talked about doing. And we were like, should we do it on April Fool's? Should we do it some other time? But we are going to be doing our favorite lists from our list videos. So if you're new here, hello, hi. You can find in the description a link to all of these videos that we're going to talk about here. And we're going to take a nice stroll down memory lane of 100 list videos is wild. On this note, if you have any ideas for list videos, please let us know. Please. We're always happy to add more to the pile. But Bryn, why don't we start with your number 5, which is this one. I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, the top 5 treachery art. Honestly, I just think that the artwork on the treachery cards is something that is not appreciated by most people, including myself, as much as it should be, because many of them are gorgeous. And this is just a place to highlight that.
Yeah. Yeah, this also just the art on this thumbnail is also really sick. And yeah, I'm gonna talk a bit about this more when it comes to mine, but this is I like this stuff because, especially this one, it's a fun list video to make. It's one of our least viewed list videos because it makes sense. Like you said, people don't really acknowledge this part of the game, but I do like that we made a list video for it. My number 5 is the top 10 ways to deal damage, but this kind of fits with all of... we did this one recently. We did this one, I think, in the summer of 2021, where we did 10 ways to deal damage, gain clues, draw cards, and get resources. And one thing I really liked about it, and which I think is one of the biggest strengths of our channel, is the completely different top 10s that we had for these list videos. It was so interesting to me. I remember when I was getting your guys' cards, because to pull the veil back on how these list videos are made, because I do all the technical stuff, they give me their lists and I put it all in. So when I was making all of the slides, I was like, wow, it's just kind of there was obviously some similarities, but just how different they were, I was like, whoa, we really are, number one, 3 different gamers, but number 2, it shows the strength of Arkham Horror, the card game as a whole, and how it can fit so many different play styles in it, which I think is really cool. Yeah, those were fun lists. I also like making those ones. That's something we're going to see on this list video for sure, is the amount of time enjoyment I got out of them. I think there's one list video I've hated, but this is the time to be positive. Travis, what's your number 4? Number 5, sorry, number 5.
This is our top 5 investigators. I put this on list because I think this is the first list video we had that did really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually, I think it's also one of the higher ranked or most viewed videos on the channel. But yeah, no, it's just it's when looking back, it was the one that says really kind of when the series really picked up traction and started going, and we've had mostly fun with this series. So
yeah, it's our second highest viewed video right now, but it was our first one that exploded. Yeah, that is sick. Yeah, no, this one is I also like looking back at these ones too, both the top 5 investigators and bottom 5, to see how our opinions have changed over the year. So it's cool to see. All right, Bryn, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Franz Liszt, a Hungarian composer. Known for such pieces as the Piano Sonata in B minor and Hungarian Rhapsody number 2. Some beautiful piano pieces.
Oh, so it's nothing like Bohemian Rhapsody?
No.
Oh, but it's probably still good.
Well, it
right?
is like it. They're both songs, Justin.
They're both songs.
They're both
Okay, that's
music.
good.
Yeah, okay.
They're both music.
It's like how like
It's not nothing like it.
yeah, it's like how a Magic card and an Arkham Horror card game are both cards for a card game. It's true.
It is the truth.
Yeah.
You may not recognize them, but I guarantee that you've heard some of his work before.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot of it is played in all types of media.
Sick. So cool. So cool. All right. My number 4 is our most wanted investigators one. So number 1, this is something that people have actually been requesting a lot recently. So here we actually have a link. We've actually talked about what investigators we have wanted that haven't been in the game yet. And then also just the reaction that Travis and Bryn had to the Agatha Crane mini I put for her art. Anytime that it's just, I look back at that fondly. Like it was a serious video. Like even though I'm talking about how they laughed at the art I chose, or the Hank Sampson stuff, but we did take it seriously too. And I always like our theory crafting discussion. We don't do it too much because, like also the art ones, they're not viewed that much. They're not viewed as much as the basic the quote unquote clickbait lists. But I would say that we actually we put out what we put on the cover of our videos. But like people like the whole clickbaity top 5 investigators, top solo investigators, strongest investigator. YouTube loves that stuff, right? But we do still like to make videos that are a bit more theory crafting and fun discussion, or what if, or even our occasional jokey list videos, which may be coming up later. Travis.
Maybe.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's that's I just said maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Travis, what's your number 4?
This is our most wanted ancient ones, in the same vein as Justin's previous video. I do enjoy the theory crafting ones, and this was one of the more fun ones I had. We got to explore the lore of some of the ancient ones you don't really see outside of like Arkham Horror Second Edition. Some of those were like real long polos by Fantasy Flight, but it was just fun to speculate on how their mechanics could translate to this game and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm glad you put this one on it, because I was very close to putting both of them on it because I really liked both the videos. With this one, the ancient one's name, it's like Yogolnak or something like that. The headless dude with the hand.
Golnak.
Yeah.
Golnak. That's the guy.
I still stand by that your idea for that one as a one-shot or like mini adventure is still one of the coolest ideas. And I hope someone, maybe me, maybe someone else, makes it as a custom adventure, because it sounds really cool. All right. Bryn, your number 3.
Got 14 rules you may have missed. The thing I like about this one is that every time that we discuss rules in front of YouTube, we learn something too. We're frequently wrong.
Yeah.
Rarely in our own favor. But sometimes we get to learn stuff alongside you guys, and that's kind of neat.
One thing I love about this is also our top viewed list video. It's this one. But my favorite thing is that the pinned comment that I pinned was someone correcting us in the video. Yeah. Which is, I mean, like, that's the reality. There's a lot of rules in this game, and I think because what happened was we made the mistake, because we like to do open discussion videos. We made the mistake of starting to openly discuss something, and we agreed upon something that was incorrect. So that's just PBG in a nutshell, though. That's what happens. All right.
Sometimes it just does.
Sometimes it just does. I think this is a very good, helpful video, though. I do like this one, too. My number 3, like Bryn's, the top 5 player card art. Once again, like, there's some really good art in this game, and it's not really appreciated, I think, in the discussion that exists in this game. It's unfortunately also one of our lower viewed. I mean, at this point, it probably has a good chunk of views because it's been on our channel for so long. But this kind of content does skew lower, so we don't do it that much. However, if you do want to see us revisit these, let us know in the comments, because we will. We will. But yeah, I just like this. I like the discussion about the art. I love Travis talking about how much he loves the... What's the Mystic card you like, Travis? The one that draws the Elder Sign? What's the name of...
A seal of the Elder Sign.
Yeah, I love you talking about the art on that one. I love you talking about the Golden Compass. It's just... the Golden Pocket Watch, sorry, not the Golden Compass. Not the book by Brian Pullman or whatever his name is. But yeah, there's some good discussion in those ones. I really dig it. I like those. Travis, your number 3 is this one.
Also this one. This one's on the list exclusively because it was a video about the rules and we got the rules wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we just didn't fact check anything before we went in there.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We just assumed we nailed it.
We did, but we ran it live and we could, like, convinced ourselves.
Yeah, I want to see what the rule is. I'm just opening it up now. All right, the pinned comment.
There's like something. There's something about enemies exhausting, right?
Yeah. So what we agreed upon in that video is that because enemies exhaust when they attack you, they disengage from you, but they don't. They just exhaust to show. Basically, it's like my thought process, and my thought process that has been now is with especially with my more knowledge in this game, is that the only reason enemies exhaust when they attack you is because the game designers thought, hey, there should be a way to track which enemies attack, right? This is probably also in the time when they were like, hey, Oops Level 0 is going to be a great Arkham Horror the Card Game card. So we thought, so then we came to the thought that, hey, if they exhaust, that must mean they also disengage. But disengaging and exhausting are actually two completely separate things, even though when you evade an enemy, they disengage from you and exhaust. And I remember also in the comments here, there was a big thing about engaging an enemy provokes attacks of opportunity, because they think, and maybe we didn't explain it well enough to show that, like, the enemy doesn't attack you. Only engaged enemies attack you if you disengage an enemy. Which, I mean, I don't know how more to explain it than that, but that's sometimes how it works, especially, as I said, with kind of our free form content. Okay, let's go to number 2 for Bryn, which I'm actually just going to interrupt you for a second, Bryn, because this is also my number 2.
Wow. Okay. Great minds, I suppose. Eh?
Yeah.
So this one is my number 2 because we had a great time making it.
Yeah.
If you watch the last, I don't know, maybe 4 minutes of this one, it's basically just us trying to say the vaguely scripted things that we have to say.
Yeah.
But, like, we can barely get them out. We're laughing so hard.
Yeah, Amanda's sharp and sharp vision.
Yeah. But even though the last one, like, Ashcan Pete and Duke the dog and Travis is just like, Justin, why didn't you use the Duke Investigator? I don't know.
That happened again, too. Travis is like, why didn't you use the Duke Investigator? And I'm always like, what Duke Investigator?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's pretty much the same reason for me why I love this list video, because exactly that. The laughing, the reaction, the sharp and sharp vision, I don't know, just Travis's delivery of it killed me. Oh my god. And there were some other ones in there too. But that's the one that just sticks with me. It's a great list video. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. And before anyone asks, yes, this is essentially a clip show list video. So deal with it. Travis, you're number 2.
Yeah, 5 cards we don't play enough. I really enjoy these sort of self-reflection videos we do. that kind of really get us thinking about things that we don't normally play and break us out of sort of play patterns or deck building habits that we've had for a long time. And there's a couple of them, and I honestly just picked this one because the name was the most obvious, I think.
Yeah.
I decided. Yeah, no, I really enjoy the videos that get us like having actual discussion, aren't us just being like, I like this because the picture is pretty.
Yeah, no, it's another one that I also really like that is also, we're going to be revisiting again pretty soon, is cards we want to see tabooed. I like conversations like that too when we go into the deep conversations as well. Another great one is the irreplaceable level 0 cards or quintessential cards. We get into like great conversations there too, even for cards we don't play. All right, spoiler alert, our number 1 is actually the same for all 3 of us.
Really?
The first time
Imagine
that's
that.
ever happened, I think.
That's not true. We had the our weaknesses one where we all picked overzealous.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we're not. We've played this game more than once, Travis. Bryn, why don't you start with this one?
All right, this one is much the same as the last, but also this one was just a kind of a blast to come up with. Where I think Justin got up to make a phone call, and when he came back, me and Travis were like, "We got a list of things you got to put on the loading."
Yeah, we got a list for the list.
Yeah. And just putting it together was a lot of fun. But also this one, you should watch this one.
Yeah.
It's good.
It is a pretty wild time.
Yeah, this one also makes me happy to see because this list video came out like a month ago. So, like, obviously we can still do fun, weird ideas. And this is what I also call one of the weird lists because it's like it's 60% actual fact and then 40% Silas is body photoshopped onto his other card. So like it's also just gibberish and noise and jokes, but I love exactly that. Like I was like, okay, we're gonna make this video on loading screens, so let's just try to make some ideas. I leave for a bit, I come back, you guys have a bunch, and then we brainstorm like another 4, and it was just like, it just worked really well. Yeah. Anything you want to add, Travis?
Nope.
Cool.
You guys got it, I think.
Yeah, great list video. If you have not seen this one, you should definitely watch this one. This one is a great time. Yeah, so 100 list videos. I'm going to ask you right now, everyone who's still watching, what is your favorite list video? I should be here. Here I am. Hello. What is your favorite list video that we've made, that you've watched? Please let us know in the comments. I would love to read them. And again, if you have any ideas for future list videos or any list videos you want us to revisit from our previous 99 lists, let us know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.